Alright, today it is demo weekend and we're trying a game called Beware the Cartographer. So you're a map maker going on a little adventure apparently. One thing I noticed is your window settings don't work. Like if I go to settings and I go to screen mode window, like, and I save that, it doesn't change it to a window. It just sort of keeps full screen but changes the window of the full screen. So yeah. I want to fix that one. Other than that, we'll jump in. To my mother dearest, the journey felt as endless as Master Godric bemoaned it would, but we've finally gotten to Runnymere Lake. I'm sure my childhood memories will surface as I made progress on the map. Runnymere? Okay. Let me put this. I do hope that the threat of war isn't making life in the capital even more difficult than usual. Believe me, I'll do all I can do to draw the border and bring back peace. I already long to return home and give you a detailed account of all my wanderings. I shall give your regards to Jean-Rue Bertil, Little Jean, and all the Dalmatian cousins as promised. Sure. Oh, how I suffer so. Rest your leg and you'll soon be back on your feet. My leg, you say? My torment is not solely physical. Think what this injury of mine truly means. I'm obliged to entrust my royal mission to my clumsy disciple. That is my true pain. One single error, a second of carelessness, when mapping the forgotten backwater and the border will all be wrong. And if the border is wrong, well, that would lead to a mapocalypse. There. Say that 10 times fast. Apocalypse? Map apocalypse? Oh god. Apocalypse. I'm not gonna be able to say apocalypse with M on front of it, sorry. Just think. Any errors of mine would change nothing. Oh, unfortunately, I know I can count on you to help me. It is you who is helping me, young man. By surveying the land, taking measurements day after day, and triangulating and calculating the exact locations of everything. Even though I'm entrusting you with this rather tedious part of the work, I nevertheless remain the official author of my map. The map could be contested without my seal of authority, and that would result in war. And it would be these poor little illiterate cabbage thieves who would pay the price. They're not illiterate and they don't grow cabbage here. What do you know, young man? You certainly seem rather hasty in your judgments. I know what I'm talking about, Master. I was born here. Ah, that explains your strange accent. And your, homeliness. I'll say this is good news, actually. It helps us build rapport with the local population. We mustn't tarry, get to work and start measuring. You see the statue on the right, on the island in the lake? Sketch it and then show me your work. Okie dokie. So we can turn. So that. I want to draw that. Have you sketched the statue to the right yet, my boy? Here you go. Splendid. Now we need to take some measurements. Do you know what this instrument is? Looks like a measuring tape. No, what is it? It's a waywiser, also known as a pedometer, which counts your steps. The name comes from poto, which comes from Latin, of course, which means a toe. There you have it. Pliny the Elder revealed poto shows was stubbing his little toe in the middle of the night. You talk too much, buddy. But that's really not important, you know? Stop distracting me with all your nonsense. We have work to do. With the waywiser, you can measure the distance between two places as long as you walk in a straight line. Personally, I have a more even stride when I walk on my tiptoes. Alright. Now measure the distance between here and the statue, then come back and see me. So I go like this. Alright. Whoa, whoa, that's my boat. Our boat, Callie. I saw it first, Alice. I predicted it would come here. Oops, this one's got ambition so high I'll never measure up. And he's not the first. Doubtless he'll be back as confident as ever. When he's finished his training, I'll lend him my boat. Our boat. Okay. Do I hit this again? Do I go back? I guess we gotta hit the village to go back. Have you used the way that I measure the distance to the statue yet? To your question. Perfect. With this measurement, we now mark the statue on the map. Take this map. It was started by your predecessor. I had a predecessor? You didn't know. Now I understand why you're so enthusiastic when I told you about the job. We'll talk about him later. Now open the map and mark the statue on it. You must use both the power of observation and the distance measure to find the exact location. So we go like this. And it's on the island, right? So it's like that. Have you marked the exact location statue on the map yet? Yeah, it's done. Well done, my boy. There's a distillery on the other side of the lake. We'll also need to put that on the map. How am I supposed to get there? I can't walk on water. Very astute of you to mention this. That's why I'm going to give you a new tool, a graphometer. The graphometer measures the angle between 2 points in the horizon from where you're standing. The farm is on the perfect place to measure the angle between the distillery and the statue. Wow, this is so technical. Let's go. Click on the statue, and then the distillery. Okay. Okay, click on the cow. Moo. What a fascinating creature. Is your friend always this grumpy? I'd love to have you stay while you get your work done, but he will. I've known pigs that were friendlier. Oh, he's not my friend. He's supervising me while I map the area. Really? Another one? How many are they planning on sending? You're not the first cartographer to come here. I warned the last one, but he didn't listen. And then one day to the next, he disappeared. Poop. No news from him since. Though I must say, people didn't like him much. Couldn't even stand him, really. It'll be different with me. I was born here. Hear that, Suzanne? This kid says he's from here. I was about to deliver a final judgment. After a long and solemn period of deep reflection, Moo. She said, if you think you're gonna pull one over on me, kid, you got another thing coming. You might be able to copy the accent, but your pointy hat, cone hat ain't fooling nobody. You're clearly up to no good. May your boots be full of my dung. Whoa. I heard everything you said, Suzanne. Stop making things up. And it kept it rather polite, you know. I'd rather not tell you what she said to the last cartographer. Can't have my poor dead father hearing that. With moving like that, I'm not surprised the other map man disappeared. He must have just had enough one day and scurried on home. Who'd want to go so far from home in the first place? What about your map? Are you going to add my farm to it? It's already on it, right here. Oh, how beautiful. I knew you were an artist as soon as I laid eyes on you. Alas, I was born a few centuries too late. Once upon a time, cartographers drew sea monsters and dragons on the edges of the map. Master Godric doesn't like my dragon sketches. That's okay, you can still help me. Huh? What? I've written a letter. It's for Noah. He lives on the lake. My letter isn't very pretty. Here's my letter. Please decorate it for me. But don't read it. I'll wait for you here. Come back when you're done. To Noah, my beloved friend. I'm not supposed to read it, but whatever. I want to tell you in the last visit, and the words have been churning in my head ever since, like cats in a cage, which is why I'm writing this letter to finally set them free. Please don't treat them harshly or fingerprints. But because I know you have a gentle heart, I trust you with them. Here goes. I love you. I want you to be my husband. I know you've always lived on the water, but my farm could be our ship on the ocean of our short lives come away. Okay, so I can draw a few things. So she's the cow, he's the bird, and the water's between them. We'll go with that. So have you decorated my letter? Yeah. Oh, I think your kid is beautiful. Please, can you give my letter to Noah? I can't leave my animals, and Noah lives out on the lake. Either way, I'd like to be a fish out of water there. I'd be like a fish out of water there. I prefer the land. But be aware that Noah has had some bad experiences with men of your ilk. So be sure to be as sweet as a lamb. You'll find him in the village of Laketon. Alright, anything else I can see here? Nope. Okay. How are you getting this measuring that angle? Angle measured, mister. Well done. That being said, what are you waiting for? Add the distillery to the map. That'll work. So we have the distillery. We have the little... No. So we want to add the distillery, which is over here, I guess. What are you waiting for? I did. It's done. The map is coming together. I have good news, my boy. I believe you're now ready to survey the area and map it on your own. First Cartographer's journal says there's a village on the other side of the lake. Unfortunately, the smoke from the distillery will certainly make it difficult to take measurements. I'll let you work out that one on your own. As for me, it's time for well-deserved rest. Best of luck, Georgie, and do take care, won't you? Alright, so now we're kind of allowed to go this way. You'd like to cross the lake in my boat. As for where you're going, you don't even know yourself. You want to go to the distillery. Of course, this is where I want to go. Laketon. Village on the stilts, in the middle of the lake. It'll sink soon. You're gonna bring us wonderful things, and much tragedy too, but you'll do your best. Is it really worthy enough for my boat? His fate seems different from the others. If he turns away from it, we'll never know what the forces of this land have in store for him. So be it. Our boat? Bon voyage, Georgie. Alright, we're going to this town. Alright, we got a duck. These steps should be danced during our community festival. Quack, quack, quack. Excuse me, I'm looking for Noah? Go in the direction of Dylan is looking. Honk. Okay, so we're supposed to go this way. This dude? Excuse me, I'm looking for Noah. He's standing right in front of you. Nice to meet you, I'm Captain Noah. I have a letter for you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I truly don't give a flying bean. You're not curious about what's written inside? Why would I be? I already know what it says. Give the writer my most serious disregards. You must be mistaken, I assure you. Judging by your underlings, so she's aware these waters belong to the ducks, and I already promised them quite curiously you're frank. The person who sent me here to find you is named Yvette. Yvette? Yvette wrote me a letter? What are you waiting for? I must read it. I'm waiting only for a compassionate heart and a focused mind. Hand it over now. Beloved friend, gentle, love husband, by the sirens of Odysseus. Out of the way, I must go to Yvette. Weigh anchor, set course to the farm. Wait, I have a favor to ask you first. Can you do something about the smoke in the distillery? I can't take any measurements without a clear view of the horizon. Ah, of course. Cartography waits for no one. Change of course to the distillery. Puffers. Maybe scratch me on the ears. Having Winston make photography a lot easier. What's this? So, I guess I'm supposed to use... Oh, but I need to angle it with something. Can't do that. Yeah, I've had him. There's no none of these buildings. We have a church. Okay. Available in complete game. So I would assume I would be doing that. To walk to the... Where should I head to now? Back to the... distillery? Alright, let's keep going. Full speed ahead. 43, 44, 45. 16 to 195. Huh, what? Or was I just... Oh, I've lost count. You talk with the smoke for distillery. Baltus and I have an order to fill. Here, the customers are more than always right. He is even above the king. So unless the smoke is irritating my client's throat, well, we're continuing to do things the way they are. If His Majesty Jean-Jean VII heard you, he'd put you in chains on the spot. You want to bet on that, Georges? Where did you get the idea that these lands belong to the king? Until you've drawn that border, only God himself is above me. God and that customer of mine. What if the customer asked you himself? Noah? Captain Noah? Yes, of course, whatever you say, whatever you wish to be done. Sweet. Now I can, be the cartographer, Georgie? Smell this for me, Georgie. The scent of the pine trees around the running red lake. Isn't it just a balm for the soul? Thanks to you, I finally know what Garden of Eden smells like. Your nose smells the pines that are the source of turpentine. But for the brothers of August and Baltus, it's the smell of success. A success earned through our own sweat and blood. How do you do it? There's nothing here when August and I arrived from Awesome Blood Empire. Just land battered by the winds and something, something, something. And miserable shepherds perched on shaking stilts. Oh, poor fools. You should have seen them, my friend. Things are much better for everyone now that we have the forest. The forest looks like a plantation. Correct. That's because it is a plantation. Lovely pines in perfect rows. It's a well-ordered forest with no ghosts or witches to be found. My brother and I joke it's so organized we could give it street names. Just imagine us, Balthus and August Street. Come on, give it a try yourself. It's hilarious. You make up a street. Harebrained Idea Road. A man's worth is measured by his wit. A man like you deserves to have a street named after him. Georgie Street, after the man who put the Harsborough distillery on the map. And if you wouldn't mind making it a tad bigger while you're at it. Stop smoking up the landscape, I might be more accommodating. You're certainly a man who means business. Unfortunately, when it comes to the smoke, my brother, I guess, has the last word. But I'll keep it in mind. Come back whenever you like, my friend. Alright. Okay, so we're not going to be able to put that either. So we have all three of these towns. Oh, hold on. So if I go... and I go like... I want to put the town on the map. It's down in this direction. I don't know how far it is though. I guess I gotta go back to the town. Back to the farm. Or no, back to the town. So we're gonna try and get like an angle going between the distillery and the town. So if we're gonna put this down, where's the farm? Oh, okay. Huh. So I don't know how far out it is though. Looks like it's somewhere in here. If I go back. Not available in the demo. What could that mean? I go back over to there. Okay, so now I have that. Alright, so now we know it's like right there. Alright, thank you for playing the demo of Beware of the Cartographer. Okay, so I guess you're going to have to solve little problems around the sites that you're trying to map and then gradually add them to your map before you get a more and more advanced location. It's kind of an interesting concept. I haven't seen it done before. And I like the fact that it uses like real tools and techniques. So it's teaching you as well about how cartography works. Alright, well that's it for today's demo. And until next time.